Well, hello everyone. This is Boomer Life Lessons and Stories. This is episode 1, and I do hope this finds you well. Actually, because this is episode 1, perhaps I should start by talking a little bit about our mission statement. And I've just jotted down a few notes here, and if this is informative to you and maybe you like what you hear, you'll subscribe and like, and that will help me with, of course, the YouTube algorithms, and I can continue doing this going forward. But the mission statement basically is fairly simple. It simply says that we're here to share with you our life lessons and stories, and they are offered as entertainment, but we hope they help also in these difficult times. It is also hope that we may say something that is useful or illuminating to you or for you, and that you can go and use it in your life. But again, this is our life stories, and we may also at some future point on this channel share life stories of other boomers that may be of interest to the new millennial age that we're in, for those that are just now entering into their professions, whether it's engineering, you're a doctor, medical doctor, whether you're an electrician, or whatever the case may be, from blue collar to white collar to professional to somebody that just works by the hour and works for themselves. And believe me, I greatly respect that. Doing things for yourself and having no other body to tell you what to do is something that's important. And I think that as we go forward in this new age that we find ourselves in, we're going to be more entrepreneurs than anything else. I think they call that the gig society, or the gig environment. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure that there'll be some people that comment on this down below in the comment section. Our intent is to provide a channel about people and what they did to overcome adversity, challenges in their life. And we'll start with some of my stories and some of my wife's stories and others that I know around me that have given me permission to share their stories. We desire to create a space that is positive in nature and that conveys hope and also creates a lot of happiness. You know, we're in an age right now where there's a lot of negativity out there, and I get sometimes so not upset, but I don't know, unsettled by every time I turn on the television. It's negativity about this, negativity about that. I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on, or whether you're a believer or not a believer, you have some religion or you have no religion. It really doesn't matter to me from that standpoint. All I'm hoping to do is, by sharing with you, to create a space that is positive in nature, and then maybe gives you a place to retreat to in order to find some time to contemplate and be apart from all the difficulties and complexities in today's societies. What I hope is to keep these down to maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And if that is the case and I'm successful, great. If I happen to go over that and my wife says I like to lecture, so I'll try not to lecture or talk too long. I just want to share with you. And if I go a little over that, please bear with me. So today's episode, I think you saw as you clicked on this link, is you are more capable. And a lot of times, the reason why I bring that up is a lot of times we limit ourselves. We limit what we think we can do. We say, oh, that's too difficult, or that's impossible, and so forth. Well, let me share the rest of the quote with you. The quote really stands from a former supervisor back in the 1980s that I had at a company that I worked for. I was having some difficulty working through the project that was given to me, and it was a 18-month project, and it was a design and development project. And I thought, holy mackerel, how am I going to do all this in 18 months? And I had one of the most superb supervisors that you could hope. He was not just a supervisor, he was a mentor. And he came to me and sat down with me at my desk one day, and he said, Ron, you are more capable than you think you are. You are more capable than you think you are. And you know, I thought about that. And what was interesting is that quote became my mantra. If I came upon a challenge in the job or in my personal life and I thought it was just too much to bear, I would tell myself, I am more capable than I think I am. I'm more capable. All I have to do is apply myself, think critically, and work out a plan and then execute to the plan. And I also found out that any plan that you create is subject to change. And the reason why I say that is life happens. Things happen in life that you could not have predicted or planned for. They are the unexpected. And even some of the things that you do do not come out just exactly like you think they should. There are unintended consequences. And that was a big buzzword back around 2010, 2013, out in industry as well as in people's individual lives. You heard a lot about unintended consequences. Something that you do, you intend for a specific outcome, but that outcome doesn't happen. Something totally different happens and you're completely caught off guard. You're completely surprised. Well, plans are made to be changed, right? But you always have to think about what it is you're about to do, lay out a path forward of the different tasks that you need to do, and then start marshaling your steps in that direction and take each achievement in that plan as you knock off the task as something that is positive in your life. And when you do that, you'll see that the task is not really that complex. This same supervisor came to me one day, a different day, and I was still struggling a bit. I said, but look at everything I have to do. How am I going to do this in 18 months? He said something, again, that was pretty profound. You know, people in your life that have experience, that's been there and done that, are important. And when they're willing to share, it's like gold. It's better than money in the bank, because what you get is their words of wisdom. You get their lessons learned, you couple them, add them to your lessons learned, and you should be able to do better than they did. And that's the reason why they share. So he said, very, very simply, he said, Ron, he asked me a question. Do you know how the guppy ate the whale? W-H-A-L-E, the guppy ate the whale. I thought, wow, what a ridiculous question. Good grief. So I played along with him. I said, no, how does the guppy eat the whale? And he said something so profound that I've still remembered it and applied it throughout my career, my very long career that was in the engineering profession. He said, one bite at a time. One bite at a time? The more I thought about that and let it roll around in this peanut brain of mine, I thought, wow, that's pretty profound. I see. You make your way by breaking up, not one big bang effect to get to some end state. You break it up into simpler steps that are compartmentalized. And when you complete that one step, you check it off. That is a ladder rung to the next thing in your plan that needs to do. So how does the guppy eat the whale? One bite at a time. How do you get your task done? You do it with a plan by taking each task in sequence and knocking them off. That's how you order your steps. That's how you get things done. That's how you find out that you are more capable than you think you are. I hope this has been beneficial to you, and I hope you'll come back and see us again in the subsequent episodes. Please remember, if this is something's been said that has been helpful, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. All the best.